you can. As you can, oh, very sweet. You can chew. And from next day, Manjari should be here, near. And she very Manjari. Oh, wow. You should, not today, but in mid time or any time. Gita Govinda.
Ladies from Houston also want to sing.
Houston?
Yeah, they're leaving tomorrow. Yes, they also want to do one project.
They should hear more.
Is that a no?
Oh, if they will hear more sweet, they can. Oja should come forward because this will not go. Kaya चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिसे गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमः। भक्त्या विहीनाय अपराधनाय चित्वाश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयीं त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। वै वास्मि जीवामि तया विना इति विज्ञैरादि तं नैमा। My millions of Dandat Pranam in the lotus feet of my spiritual master Paramaradha Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Krishna Goswami. And same in the lotus feet of my Shiksha Guru Om Vishnu Pad Srimad Bhakti Vedant Swami Maharaj. Guru has become against of his Guru. He has left the Guru service and he wants to be himself Guru. That bogus Guru cannot help. Because now he is a Vaishnava. So at once we should give up that. Guru api avaliptasya karyam ajan utpat. So Shastra has told at once, if your Gurudev is sincere, serving his Gurudev, fallen, but he is not so much experienced, then take some order from him. Permission. Inhale water very humbly and ask him whether I can go to higher Vaishnava to hear. Oh, he will gladly tell you. You must go. I will also come. Then don't give up that Guru. pay respect, and then hearing. You can go to Sant Damodar, Raya Ramananda, Rupa Raghunath, Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Srila Prabhupada, and all. Have this. Without sadhu sangha, pure sadhu sangha, you like sadhu sangha, you will be gradually weak. And what sadhana you have in beginning? Oh, it will go away. So even being Madhyama Adhikari, Uttama Adhikari too, he always follows high class of Vaishnava association. Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastre Kaya, Loma. So you should believe strongly in all ethics words. Always. Don't do anything which is unfavorable for bhakti. Give up all these things very strongly. This is the first stage. By chanting and remembering, being in the association of any good Vaishnava, Gurudeva, detachment from world is bound to come. But still we are serving, you are hearing, you are doing so much, but you have so much sense gratification. You are not satisfied by your own wife. New, very beautiful you want and to give up and again to. Like dogs and hogs. This is not the symptom of a bhajan. I don't lie. I know that it will ruin his whole career. So try to remember Sita, Savitri, Draupadi, Arundhati, Anusuya and all others. Like Ram, that Krishna, like Rupa Raghunath. If you want to advance in Krishna consciousness, really try to follow this. Then you can realize Guru mercy, otherwise not. So I humbly request you all to follow all these things. I want to discuss you all these things and give so much aspiration that really you should, by the parameter of Anyavilashita Sunyam, you should know who is Guru, who is not Guru, who is Vaishnava, who is... And we should knowingly do high class of association, Vaishnava association. Otherwise you cannot do. We should see always, this is a very important factor, that daily in evening, like a business person, he thinks, oh, today what I gained, what I lost. So in our life also. How I was yesterday, in what state, and today what? Have I gone lower down or I am gradually up? Otherwise you cannot develop. As a businessman, daily in evening, he accounts.
Debit and credit. Balance.
If deficient, why? And gain, very good. So we should try to do like that. I think in 7 days here, you can know all these things, that your life will be successful. That is why my Shiksha Guru ordered me to give some life, inspiration in the devotees now who are dying for water. You go and water right there. Don't be hopeless. There should be no hopeless word in your dictionary. But try to be sincere. And Guru Bhakta, Guru Sevak, sincere. What I am giving, or Swamiji has given, or our Guru Parampara has given, they are like Chintamani, jewel. What? Desire? Desire? Stone. Chintamani. You should not throw out. Throw out. Don't neglect for reminding all these things, that you should remember all these things. And you should be in real path. If you are doing nothing, you have so much belief in Gurudev, hearing, chanting names and glories of Krishna and Mahaprabhu, your life is successful. Whether are you poor or anything, Lord. But if you have so much appearances, wealth more than Hiranyakaspu and Ram and others, life is not successful. Don't go towards that path. This is dark. Come in light. Ma tamaso jyotir. Try to come in this light of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that way. Nityananda Prabhu. Try to come in light. Don't be bewildered in darkness of Maya, illusory Maya. It will cheat you forever. So you should have very strong faith on in these words coming from Krishna through Guru Parampara. And try to make your life successful. I request Shyam Rani to speak something about Guru Tattva. Very sweet and very easy that all can. You should come anywhere that from there. Not more than 15 minutes because there are so many.
Om Jnanam Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chaksuram Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. First I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipable Diksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotra Satasri Srimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipable Shiksha Gurudev, Om Vishnupad, Astotra Satasri Srimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, to all of our Guru Varga and all the assembled devotees. Srila Gurudev has ordered me to speak on the subject of Guru Tattva. He explained in his own Vyasa Puja lecture 2 years ago that one must understand Guru Tattva and one must understand who is Guru. We sing the song, the Guru Parampara, that our first Guru is Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna appears as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sachi Sunam Nandisvara Pati Sutatve Guruvaram. That very Krishna appears covered by the mood and complexion of Srimati Radhika as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the complete and supreme Guru. Mahaprabhu expands as Nityananda Prabhu, Akhanda Guru Tattva, the complete and undivided Guru. All bona fide Gurus are within him. So Guru Tattva is none other than Krishna himself. But there are two Krishnas, Vishaya Krishna and Ashraya Krishna, or the object of love and worship Krishna, and the reservoir of love and devotion Krishna. And that is Sri Gurudev, the gurus in our Guru Parampara. Sri Guru is not a human being, and he's not a living entity like us. He's actually the manifestation of Krishna. Krishna himself says, Acharya mam vigyanayam nava manyeta karhachit. You should know that Sri Guru is a manifestation of my very self. One should not envy him as one envies an ordinary human being, but one should see him as he is, as the embodiment or abode of all the demigods. Yashasti bhaktir bhagavat yakinchana sarvair gunas tatra samasate sura. For one who is an unalloyed devotee, all the demigods, including Brahma, Indra, Shiva, the most powerful demigods, reside in the body of Sri Guru. They are with all of us, controlling our senses, our sensory functions. But they're very, very happy and greedy to live in the body of Sri Gurudev, because they know that his bhajan is so beautiful and so deep, his love for Radha and Krishna, that we will also benefit by his association. Yasmin bhagyantam sarvameva bhagyantam bhavati. Because Sri Guru knows Krishna, because he's the most confidential servant of the Lord. He not only knows Krishna, but he can even control Krishna. Srila Gurudeva explained in New Zealand a year or two ago that if Krishna is angry at me, Gurudeva is saying, and then I say, don't you know that I'm a servant of Srimati Radhika? Then Krishna will say, oh, excuse me, please forgive me. He knows Krishna fully. He's Muddada and Sarvagya. He knows everything. Even when Vidura was asking Maitreya very intricate questions in the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, how is it that although the Lord resides as Paramatma in the heart of all living beings, how is it that he still experiences suffering and he has to rotate through the various species of life? When he asked that question to his Gurudev Maitreya, Maitreya appeared to be astonished, as though he couldn't answer. And in the next moment, without hesitation, he answered very beautifully. Srila Prabhupada explains in his purport to that verse that the Guru may appear to be an ordinary person. Mugdada, he may appear not to know anything, or that he requires to learn from others what are the truths of the matter. But actually, he knows every intricate matter, every intricate detail of the Lord's creation, both spiritual and material. If one knows the details of a real tree, that is the leaves, fruits, flowers, butterflies, birds flying around in the real tree, then if that tree has a shadow on the ground, then surely he can know the details of the shadow, which has no details in comparison to the actual tree. So one who knows Krishna, Yasmin bhagyantam sarvamevam bhagyantam bhavati. All truths are known to him, all relative truths. If anyone thinks that, well, he can quote Shastra, but I know more than him, at least in material matters, such a so-called disciple is Naraki Buddhi and Naraki Saha. One who thinks that the spiritual master is an ordinary person. He is a resident of hell, because the spiritual master is a manifestation of Krishna. This Shiksha Guru is a manifestation of the personality of Krishna, and the Diksha Guru is a manifestation of the form of Krishna. Krishna takes two forms, Antarjami, the super soul, and the form of Bhakta Shrestha as the topmost devotee. In this way, Krishna appears in the world to help aspiring devotees. So, he's a manifestation of Krishna. He's a manifestation of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gaura Swarupaya, he's a manifestation of Mahaprabhu. He's a manifestation of Nityananda. And in our line of Guru Parampara, most importantly, he's a manifestation of Srimati Radhika. All the demigods, as mentioned in the previous verse, reside in him. And Nityananda, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Krishna, and most importantly, Srimati Radhika, fully reside in him. All the associates of Srimati Radhika also reside in him. So although he manifests as Mugdada, an ordinary person who might know this or not know this or that, actually he's Sarvagya. He's Trikalagya. He knows everything, past, present, and future. So he explained that if we open our heart to him, like a person who's without any dress at all, if he's standing in front of a mirror, then he's not shameful, because that mirror isn't a person. Similarly, one should do Bhaktyarka Jaisam Gurudeva Tatma, perform unalloyed service to the Lord under the guidance of Sri Guru, whom he accepts as his worshipable deity and as more intimate than his very soul. This word Gurudeva Tatma has two meanings. That is, Krishna himself comes as Sri Guru, as he did in the case of Gopakumar, and he appeared to him in different births, in different forms, but it was that same Krishna Jayanta. It also means that Krishna comes in the form of Guru, Ashraya Krishna, and he also comes to us birth after birth. He is our Lord, birth after birth. So, opening our hearts to him and revealing everything to him as a bosom friend and following his instructions, he explained just recently in Mawillambar that Tanmaya to buddhyabaje tam, this Maya that we've been in since the beginning of time, with false thinking that I am a lady or a lad, I am a king or a pauper, where's my mother and father, I've just lost everything, my best friend just died, all these causes of fear. This Maya, which we've been in since the beginning of time, disappears just like magic very soon by taking shelter of Sri Gurudev. Gaur Premanandi.
Now, very good. Now I am requesting Padmanabh Maharaj that he present something.
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दिनतारं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां भवनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय Vishnu Bhaktaya Bhaktaya Namo Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. First of all, I'm offering my humble Dandavat pranams, my heartfelt Shraddha Pushpanjali onto the lotus feet of my beloved Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta, Om Vishnu Pad Ashto Tarasata Shri Srimad Isi Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. And I'm offering my equal, heartfelt obeisances, Shraddha Pushpanjali, onto the lotus feet of my beloved Siksha Gurus, Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnu Pad Ashto Tarasata Shri Srimad Bhakti Rakshak Shri Har Goswami Maharaj, and Om Vishnu Pada Sto Tarasata Shri Srimad Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And unto the lotus feet of all my Rupanuga, Guru Varga, and to all of the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis who have come from so far on this auspicious Vyas Puja day of our beloved Gurudev. Srila Gurudeva has spoken so many beautiful messages to us today about Guru Tattva, the importance of Gurudev in our spiritual life. We are conditioned souls who have been lost in the cycle of birth and death for millions and millions of uncountable lifetimes. Somehow, by the mercy of Krishna, we have come to the shore of this endless ocean of suffering. We have washed upon the shore of the human form of life. And in this human form of life, we have had the chance to meet the representative of Krishna, the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan, Shri Krishna, is within our heart. He has been traveling with us for millions of lives. But we have ignored Him. We have not connected in relationship with Him. And He is desiring so much that we will come to Him. So He is, out of His mercy, He is sending to this world His very own representatives, His dear, most beloved servitors. And they are not different than Himself. Sakshat Dritena Samasta Shastra Ruktastata Bhav Yada Eva Sadapi Kintu Prapuya Priya Eva Tasya Bande Guru Sri Charanaravi. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, He has two ways of helping the conditioned soul. Internally, He is seated in everyone's heart as the Paramatma, the Super Soul, who is guiding all the wanderings of the living entities. Ishwarak Sarva Bhutanam Hridde She Arjuna Tishtati Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani Yantra Rudhani Mayaya. All the living beings are seated in this body made of material energy, like sitting on a machine, going here and there. But all wanderings are being directed by the Lord in the heart. But the conditioned soul cannot realize that the Lord is sitting within his heart, and therefore He manifests Himself externally to our vision as the great devotee, as the Acharya, the preceptor. And in this most merciful form, he shows us by his own example how to re-establish our relationship with Krishna by performing Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotional service to the lotus feet of the Lord. There cannot be any greater mercy shown to the conditioned souls than this. This merciful form of Krishna, coming as the Acharya. Lord Brahma, he told that even if the great rishis, the great saints and learned personalities in the universe were able to express their gratitude to Krishna for coming as the Acharya, the preceptor, even if they had the lifetime of Brahma, this would not be sufficient for them to express their gratitude for Krishna coming in the form of Guru. So, this merciful manifestation of Sri Gurudev has nothing to do with this material world. He is here only for one purpose, and that is to give this guidance to all souls that they may now again become eternally happy in the service of Krishna. So he has no desires to fulfill in this world. He does not need anything from anyone. He is coming only as a giver of the very greatest good fortune for the jiva souls. He is like the captain of a ship. If you have a very good ship, and this ship is equipped to be able to cross over an ocean, still, you cannot go anywhere without a captain to guide the ship. So in the same way, the conditioned souls have received this human body, which is like a ship. It can cross over this ocean of birth and death and bring us to the eternal lotus feet of Krishna. But without the guidance of Sri Gurudev as the captain of the ship, Guru Karnataram, we cannot cross over. So therefore, all of the good fortune of the jiva souls can take place only by meeting, connecting to the lotus feet of Sri Gurudev. Therefore, as in this verse quoted by Srimati Shamarani Devi, that Guru Deva Tatma, Bhaktiaika Yesham, Guru Deva Tatma. The disciple, he can come out of Maya. He can come out of the illusion of this material world. Tam Maya Yato, Buddha Abhajaitam, Bhaktiaika Yesham, Guru Deva Tatma. If he accepts Sri Gurudev as his most worshipable Lord and Master, as an intimate friend, Lord of his heart, and serves him selflessly without any other ulterior motive. Anya vilashita shunyam jnana karmadya navritam anakul yena krishnanu shilanam bhaktir uttama. This pure bhakti, it is applied both to Bhagavan Krishna in his form of Supreme Lord and also to the Bhagavat, the pure devotee, who is a non-different manifestation of Bhagavan. Krishna Nushilanam Bhakti Uttama. To perform favorable devotion to the lotus feet of Sri Guru is the very means of deliverance for the conditioned soul. And when he realizes this fact, then he understands that my Gurudev, my spiritual master, saved me from this endless cycle of birth and death. I can never repay him. Only I can give my heart and soul to him. Only I can try to render service at his lotus feet and sacrifice my life for his purpose. And this will, if I can do this in this life, then it will be some tiny little repayment for what he has given for me. So on the appearance day of the Acharya, as Gurudev told this morning, it is not a sectarian concern It is not a gathering of some sectarian group of people, but this is for honoring and worshipping the direct manifestation of the Lord within this world, for all souls. Because there is only one supreme being. There is only one absolute truth. There is not two. And He manifests in this world as so many manifestations, so many gurus. But originally, Akhanda Guru Tattva. The Supreme Lord Himself, He is the Acharya, and He is manifesting Sakshat Dharitvena, non-different manifestation of Hari. So we take the opportunity on this holy appearance day of our beloved Gurudev to bow our heads at His lotus feet and pray for His causeless mercy, that one day, in any life, that one day by His mercy we may become qualified, that we can actually render direct service to the lotus feet of Krishna. And as Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur prays in the Guruvastakam, if someone worships the lotus feet of Guru and constantly remembers Sri Gurudev, then it is sure and certain one day he will have direct service to the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna in Goloka Vrindavan Dham. So this is our great good fortune. And I'm praying at the lotus feet of Gurudev that He will shower His mercy upon all of us fortunate souls.
Thank you for presenting this Guru. Now Sriman Aranya Maharaj will speak on Guru. Especially up till now, the speaker has told about Guru, qualification of Guru and others. Now he will speak on this subject and also qualification of disciple. If Guru is qualified, but disciple is not qualified, then what will be? Two results. Guru very powerful by his majestic power and affluence. He may, but we see that even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who could not help, Krishna Das and so many. So it is a very important fact. We should try to be very sincere disciples. And what is the meaning of disciple?
Om Agyanatimarandhasya Gyanandana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikai Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namah. First of all, after my Sastanganga Puspanjali, my heart like flowers thousands and thousands of times at the lotus feet of Asmadir Paramaradhatama Guru Pada Padma, my holy master, Sri Rupanugacharya Varya Om Vishnupada Shtotra Satashishimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Secondly, after my Sastangana pranam thousands of times at the lotus feet of my Rupanuga Sri Guru Parampara, and after my pranam to all the assembled Vaishnavas, especially my Pujana Gurujana, Ananya Chidandi Padigan, my God brothers and God sisters and all the respectable guests who gathered here to honor the Vyasa Puja Day of Srila Gurudev. Srila Gurudev ordered me to speak something about Guru Tattva and Shishya Tattva. we see in the Upanishads, there the necessity of taking shelter of Sri Guru has been explained. Nayam atma pravachanena labhyo na medya na bahuna sutena yemeve se vrinute tena labhyas tasyasatma vivrinute tanum swam. Nayam atma pravachanena labhyo. If you want to attain Atma, here Atma means Paramatma, Supreme Atma, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Advaigyan Paratattva Shri Krishna. If you want to realize that personality, then it will not be possible by giving very learned discourses. It will not be possible by vast intelligence. It will not be possible by endless amounts of hearing of Veda Shastra. Why? Because the Supreme Personality of Godhead is transcendental, and our senses and mind, everything is material. How can we see or realize His name, form, quality, pastimes? It is quite impossible. But He can reveal Himself to that person whom He Himself chooses. He reserves that power. If God wants to reveal Himself to us, then very easily He can do it. Tanum Swam. He shows His own Tanum, transcendental body, to the person whom He chooses. But then the question remains, well, who does He choose? Does the Supreme Lord have favoritism? Is He more inclined to show Himself to one person and not to another person? No. Supreme Lord is equally disposed to everyone. But for that person who becomes the servant of His near and dear devotee, He becomes favorably inclined to them. Therefore, there's no qualification. There's nothing that you can do. There's no amount of austerity, knowledge, sacrifice, study, or anything that you can do to procure the favor of the Lord. All that we can do is surrender our life unconditionally at the lotus feet of His pure devotee. Krishna said, Ye me bhakta janapata, na me bhaktascha jana. Those who dedicate themselves to me, I never count them among the category of my devotees. Only those who dedicate themselves to my pure devotees, I count them among the category of devotees. Only them. So, because Supreme Lord is transcendental, and we are on the material platform, in spiritual life, before hearing, before chanting, before remembering, before offering prayers, all of the angas of devotional service, before performing any of them, first of all, we will have to take shelter of a transcendental personality. And only after taking shelter of a transcendental personality can our hearing, chanting and remembering become transcendental. And then it becomes bhakti. Otherwise not. The activities of bhakti which are performed without being under the guidance of a liberated person, they will fall into category of so many karmas, and they will produce many side effects which will be impediments on the path of spiritual life. So first thing in spiritual life, first anga of 64 angas of bhakti is Guru Pad Ashray, to take shelter, unconditional surrender at the lotus feet of Sadguru. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated, Tasmad Gurum Prapadyeta Jigyasu Srem Uttamam Shabdai Paritanishnatam Brahmanupashamashayam. Here, Tasmad Gurum Prapadyeta. Therefore, you should surrender to Guru. Why? Because we are wandering in the endless chain of birth and death and we cannot get out. Because we are searching for happiness. But when we search for happiness by material sense enjoyment, then, what is the concomitant reaction of sensory indulgence? Only dissatisfaction and depression. What is depression? What is dissatisfaction? It is only the state of mind that occurs after a jiva engages in sense indulgence. So because we have tried this and failed, or because we try to become happy by following even dharma, karma kanda, and worship of so many demigods, and we have failed. Because We try to become happy by accumulating wealth, and we actually accumulated so many problems. Many difficulties and headaches in life. So because we have pursued so many paths of happiness and everything has failed, Bhagavatam tells us, Tasmad Gurun Prapadeta. Therefore, you should surrender at the lotus feet of Sadguru. Because you have failed in every attempt to find a solution to the problems of life. So try this one. This one will work. Tasmad Gurun Prapadeta Jigyasu Srayam Uttamam. And coming to the lotus feet of Guru, we should not try to inquire from Guru or how to procure for ourselves a comfortable position, material happiness, but rather we should inquire about Srayam Uttamam, the ultimate goal of life, the transcendental and eternal benefits. That is the attainment of Prema Bhakti, especially Braja Prem, the service of Radha and Krishna in Braj. We should inquire about this. So the disciple, his qualification, first of all, unconditional surrender to the lotus feet of Guru. Gradually by serving Guru, his anarthas will dissipate. And when his anarthas are dissipated, then Atmarati, Shri Guru Charani Rati, Aise Uttamagati. Srila Narottam Das Thakur explained in his Guru Vandana, Sri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma Vanda Mui Savadana Mate. First thing, if you want to get devotion, Prema Bhakti, the only place you can find it are at the lotus feet of Guru. Therefore, Vanda Mui Savadana Mate. I am bowing down at the lotus feet of my Guru, giving up all kinds of false ego, giving up all types of body identification. I am learned, I am qualified, I am experienced, I am wealthy, I am talented, I am artistic. Giving up all types of false ego. First, bow down the head at the lotus feet of Guru. How? Savadhanate. Very carefully. That means being careful to avoid any offenses coming into the mind. As Srimati Shamani did explain, Acharya Mamvijayam, Navamecha Kahijit. Don't disrespect the Guru. What does it mean to disrespect Sadguru? It means to allow all the meanings of the Vedas, and because of this, he can remove every last shred of doubt from the core of your heart, so that you can also become fixed. And pare, this is the most important qualification. Srila Jiva Goswami Pad writes, Pare Brahmani Bhagavat Avirbhavestu Aparakshano Bhavena. That the Sadguru, he has the Anubhav, realization of Krishna. He's Tattva-darshinaha. Upadeksanti te jnanam, jnaninas Tattva-darshinaha. He has the darshan of Krishna. He is Krishna, he's Tattvavit, Nam, especially Nam Tattvavit. He has realized Nam Tattva. That Abhinatvam Nama Namino. At the time of chanting, he is always absorbed and directly serving the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. And therefore, he can give the chance to another living entity to serve the lotus feet of Radha Krishna by imparting the Shabda Brahma in the form of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Gopal mantras, and all the transcendental mantras, by which the Guru gives this topmost transcendental gift of the service of Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan under his eternal guidance. So, on the order of Srila Gurudeva, though I am unqualified, I try to repeat one or two words that I've heard from his lotus lips in regard to the qualification of Sadguru and the qualification of Satsishya.
Good presentation about Guru Tattva and Krishna. Now, Shriman Madhav Maharaj will speak 2 words.